Hey YouTube, what's up? Welcome to a new video. For today's video, I'm going to be jumping on the bandwagon and filming a Foxy eyes tutorial. I've seen a few of these videos going around Instagram and YouTube, so I thought I would go ahead and film a video like this today. The Foxy eye trend is very similar to a cat eye, but the lower lash line is really clean and yeah, anyways, I'll talk about that more in the video. You see this makeup look a lot with celebrities like Kendall and Kylie, Bella Hadid, and this is gonna be my interpretation of the Foxy eye look. So let's just get started. I'm actually back home in Toronto just for one night. We came back yesterday and we're leaving pretty much as soon as I'm done filming this video to go back up north to the cottage. But I love filming at home, so since we came home to water the plants, I thought I would film a quick video while we were here. I'm gonna start with my eye makeup today, which is kind of the point of the video, so I think it makes sense. I'm going to start with a little bit of eyeshadow primer. This is my Laura Mercier eyeshadow primer, and I'm gonna make sure that I really coat the lids in this. I don't want my eyelids to have any darkness, discoloration, anything like that. And I'm gonna bring this right up to the brow so that we have one uniform color all the way across the lid. It was so nice sleeping in my own bed last night, you guys. Our bed is so comfortable. We talk about it all the time. I love it so much. So for this look today, I'm gonna use my Carly Bible BH Cosmetics palette. I quite enjoy this palette, especially the highlighters. I'm gonna use sort of the colors on this bottom row right here. These are just really neutral eyeshadow shades that anybody would have. I'm gonna use this cream color first, just a nice light creamy color. And I'm gonna take that, ooh, I just hit pan on that, amazing. I'm just gonna take that from the inner corner of my lid right up to my brow and then bring it down all over my lid as well. Pretty much just setting that eyeshadow primer that we just put down. So next I'm gonna take this little thin, long, pointy little blender brush. Really nice for the crease if you want a defined crease. And I'm going to take this medium brown shade right in the middle here. I'm going to just carve out my outer V and bring this up into the crease of my eye. Okay, so I'm not bringing this up above my crease up here. I'm bringing it out and then bringing it back in to intercept right with that crease of my eye. Okay, I really don't want to take that color too high up. So I'm gonna do that again with the same brush, but I'm gonna go in with this dark brown shade right on the end here. I'm gonna repeat that. I'm gonna try and keep it even tighter to the lid, blend it out even less. In all the videos I've been seeing, I feel like everyone just sticks to the brown tones because kind of that nude look is very much a part of the trend. But I want to, I don't know, just play with like a tiny bit of color. So I'm just gonna take this color right here. It's like a wine, kind of purpley shade. I'm gonna take a card, and you can use anything that has a straight edge. I'm sure you guys have seen this before. I used to use tape all the time. If you go back to like the very first videos on my channel, which don't, because just don't. But I used to use tape in those videos all the time. So what I'm gonna do with this is just line it up with that little outer V that I just created with those brown shadows. And I'm going to create a little wing shape with this. So I'm just gonna run back and forth. Okay, just like that. It's so satisfying when you take the card away and they're just so nice and clean. All right, so next I'm gonna take an angle brush and I'm gonna use that same sort of maroony color. And I'm just going to map out a little powdery wing with that line that we just created. So I'm just gonna connect it to my lid. Okay, and I'm only taking that into this part of my eye right here. I'm gonna leave that inner part blank for now. So the whole point of this look is to give you that really like pulled up look to your face. So these girls are using tape, and they're taping to one side, the little elastic band on the side of the tape, and then bringing another piece of tape over on this side that's connected with that elastic band, and that pulls their eyes up like this and gives them that really nice like lifted appearance. So then they do this makeup and it just really amplifies that really lifted shape of their eyes and face. What I'm trying to do here is just really emulate that makeup look to try and get a similar look without having to do the taping and like actual lifting of your face. That's why we're doing this really like long dramatic wing that kind of comes out to the tail of the brow, and it's going in this certain direction. The wing doesn't go too much up like this, it's not too straight. I'm kind of bringing it out towards the tip of my ear here to give that really pulled back, lifted look to the shape of my eye. All right, so I'm gonna just take a pencil brush. This has no additional product on it, and I'm just going to blend out that line so it's nice and smoky. And we're gonna go in with some actual eyeliner now. If you have liquid liner, I would say liquid liner is probably the best for this because you're gonna be able to get a nice, really thin, sharp line with a liquid liner. But the only liquid liner I have, I don't really like, and I don't wanna mess this up. So I'm gonna do mine with my regular gel liner. So I don't want the black liner to extend as far as the shadow liner that we put down before it. And I want it to be a bit thinner as well. Okay. So this needs to be cleaned up on the bottom a little bit here, but I'll do that in a minute. I'm gonna move over to the inner corner of my eye now. And I'm gonna line with the black liner on this inner corner, keeping it really thin. And then when I get to this little inner V part here, I'm gonna extend my liner right down into there. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just bring it in like that and just connect. So let me just go ahead and do this on the other side. This is a little bit messy because I was like chatting, so I'm gonna do this off camera and kind of fix this up a little bit, and then I'll be right back. Okay, so I got my eyeliner on. I ended up doing this side way too thick, especially on the inner corner here. I completely covered up all of the red, so I had to go in and like add a little bit more on top. But this eye is definitely more the idea that we're going for, so just kind of ignore this. Once I put on mascara, it'll kind of cover up some of the mistakes that I made. So what I want to do now is, I think actually what they use on this inner corner is powder, not gel liner. But I put that down there. I was looking at pictures and yeah, I think they actually use like a darker powder in that inner corner usually. But we're gonna make this work. So I have that gel liner down in the corner there, and I'm just gonna take a brush that's small and kind of fluffy and just blend it so that it looks less harsh and more like a powder. I've got a little micellar water on this Q-tip from when I was cleaning up my eyeliner, so I'm just gonna kind of clean that up a bit. Oh my gosh, guys, this is not going well. There's so much black going up into that corner. I'm gonna try and kind of cover that up with a little bit of this creamy color again. No, I need better makeup remover. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna talk you guys through what I'm doing to kind of fix these mistakes that I'm making, because I figure why not. I was trying to use this Rexall micellar water to clean up the black gel liner on the inside of my eye here, and as I was like dragging it away, it's not removing it and just sort of smudging that gel liner up into this part of my eye here, which is not what I need or want. Because it's a micellar water, it's not going to break down the sort of intensity of a gel liner. So I'm gonna take this micellar water that has actually oil in it, and I'm gonna just use that, there we go, and that blackness is gonna come right off. But we don't wanna leave that oil there, because anything that I try to put down on top of it is going to disintegrate. So I'm just gonna take a little cotton pad and just wipe off all the oil from that area. I'm gonna go back in with my eyeshadow primer, put it back in that area. Okay, and then use that cream shade again that we started off with and just set that back down. So that's just how I went about cleaning up that little mess that I made. I'm gonna go ahead with a cotton pad and just run this underneath my eye and clean up any fallout. And let's move on from the eyes for a minute here. I'm gonna take a little bit of my concealer and I'm gonna put this under my eyes. I've been doing my concealer before my foundation lately, and I'm gonna blend that out with my beauty blender, and I'm not gonna take it right up to the line over here. I'm just gonna take it in this general area. To make sure that I'm not covering up any of that work we've done with concealer. For this wing area, I'm gonna take a concealer brush, just take a little bit of concealer off the wand and use the brush, because you can be much more precise with a brush than a sponge. And then I just drag that concealer down and sort of press it into the skin like this. I'm being really, really careful with my blending. Okay, concealer's on. I'm just gonna set that with a little bit of my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finishing Powder. I'm gonna use shade 1. You wanna use sort of your lightest and brightest powder here. We really want a nice bright under eye, and we wanna bring all of that brightness all the way up here to just really help bring this part of our faces forwards to help add to that lifting effect. My more brightening powder is my Charlotte Tilbury Genius Magic Powder, which is my loose powder from Charlotte Tilbury, but I left that one up north, so I'm just gonna use this one. It's the lightest powder that I have, but I would prefer something a little bit more brightening for this look in particular. Okay, let's go ahead and finish off these eyes. The lower lash line is super, super simple. I'm just gonna take my little pencil brush. I'm gonna go back in with that light brown shade that we started with. And I'm just gonna run that super softly underneath my eye. I barely want you to even see it. I just want that little bit of extra definition under there. And you don't want to use too dark of a brown, because really, like, you just want this to kind of look like a shadow. And then I'm going to highlight the inner corner of my eye with the highlighter that I'm going to use on my face. So I'm going to take this guy right here from the same palette. This is my favorite highlighter. And pop that onto the inner corner of my eye. Okay, so we're pretty much done with eyeshadow. What I'm gonna do now is curl my lashes. Probably should have done this before I went in with my gel liner, so I'm just gonna not go too close to the roots and just kind of avoid smudging any of that work that I've just spent forever on. Oh no. Some of my gel liner was on my lashes and they stuck to the lash curler. And I pulled out like 4 eyelashes. Oh no. Guys, I was just talking about this in another video. I don't know if it's up yet, but you don't want to curl your lashes once you already have mascara on, because the mascara can stay sticky and stick to the lash curler, and then when you pull the lash curler away, you pull out your eyelashes. I don't have mascara on, but I had that gel liner that I was putting on kind of got onto the lashes and made them sticky. I always like to curl my lashes before I do my liner to avoid that, and to avoid like smudging it with the inside of the lash curler when I go in to curl them. I just forgot today. So don't do what I did. Curl your lashes before you put on any sort of like creamy products on your eyes, because it's dangerous. It's not worth it. All right, so I'm gonna throw on a quick coat of mascara here. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes mascara. And I'm just gonna put mascara on my top lashes. We're gonna leave the bottom lash line bare. This look is very top heavy, which is something in the past I've always avoided. I've always felt like looks really need balance. So even just this little bit of brown shadow on the lower lash line, that's like not enough. Generally for me, I would want to really smoke out that lower lash line. That's going to give you more of like a cat eye look. This is just kind of like an altered version of a cat eye, I would say. And it's really top heavy. It makes your eyes look heavy and kind of smaller and like really almond shape. And that gives kind of like that sexy, like smoldering look, if you guys know what I mean. I think that's what makes it different from the cat eye, is that heaviness on top and that long extended wing to really lift. All right, so another big part of this look is the lashes. What you would want to use is a lash that's thin on the inner corner and then flares out on the outer corner. I don't have any lashes like that because I prefer lashes like this that are symmetrical. So they're sort of short on the outer corner, short on the inner corner, and then long in the center. This is a really old janky pair of lashes that I've worn literally probably 30 times. Maybe that's over exaggerating, 20 times. So they're no good to me anymore. So I'm gonna try and make them work for this look. They're quite long, so they might not work for this, but we're gonna try. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these lashes in half so that I have this short inner corner, and then cut them in half here so that it's long on the outer corner of the lash. I'm gonna kind of make it into a little half lash. We have this little half lash that's short on the inner corner and long on the outer corner. Yeah, I think they're just too long. Like the lashes are just too long. It doesn't blend with my natural lashes well enough for that to work. So that's okay. Just gonna throw on these lashes right here, which are a similar style to the ones I just showed you guys, that are short on the inner corner and longer in the center, and then short on the outer corner. These lashes have seen better days as well. What is happening here? What is this? You guys see this? What is happening? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Okay, I just went digging in my kit and I found another pair of lashes. So let's try this for a third time. I can't believe it. Now my battery's dying. This is a joke. What a joke of a video. That's okay. Not everything goes perfect all the time, you know? Okay. Lashes are on. Those are super natural. Not exactly what you want for this look. Because you're not really doing much eyeshadow, you don't have to worry about covering up your eyeshadow, so you don't need a natural lash or like a lash that's more sparse. So like a really thick, fluffy lash would work really nicely for this. And like I said before, something like thicker on the outer corner. I'm gonna go ahead and just finish off the rest of my face, and then we will come back to talk about how I feel this video went. Okay guys, so I finished the rest of my makeup. I did like a nice sort of thick, fluffy supermodel brow, and then I tried to just keep the rest of my face really like kind of neutral and nude. What do you guys think? I don't think that I executed this perfectly. I wonder, hold on. I feel like if I give myself a really tight ponytail, I might be able to get more of like that lifted look to my eyes. Yeah, okay. I feel like that worked. Okay, what do you guys think? I feel like this could have gone worse. It could have gone better. Let me give you guys a close-up. You guys tell me what you think. Leave me a comment down below. Did I pull off the Foxy eye look? I think I can do it better. It was kind of my first time trying it out, especially with that like bare lower lash line like that, but I kind of like it. I think if I were to do it over again, I would definitely want to have a liquid liner instead of the gel, so that I could be a little bit more precise and kind of thin with it. And I would want to pick up a proper pair of lashes that was kind of fluffier on this outer corner. Yeah, I think just a little bit more practice and like precision will kind of get us there. I hope you enjoyed this video. I feel like it was very realistic. Your makeup doesn't always go perfectly. And lots of times when I'm doing looks on my channel, I'm doing looks that I'm really comfortable with, things that I do on myself or my clients all of the time. And this is something a little bit different. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave me a comment down below so that I know you were here, and give it a thumbs up so that more people can see it too. And I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.